Hello, good people. Today we have an interesting thing I saw in the paper about Eva Schloss, who was a stepsister to Anne Frank. Anne Frank is the famous. Anne Frank was the famous young girl that wrote about her memoirs during the Nazi occupation in Amsterdam. This is a picture of her, Anne Frank. This is one of the books that she wrote, Anne Frank. So anyway, she wrote a different book, Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. And this is a book that later on they took from other writings that they saw of hers. Anyway, Eva Schloss was her stepsister, and she's going to be speaking at the Kirball Center this coming Thursday night, October 25th. I think it starts at 7:30. We'll take a look at the article right now, and we'll see for sure. So anyway, that's an interesting thing, and she wrote a book herself, and she's going to be signing copies of the book. So it might be an interesting thing to go to see. Anyway, let's take a look at the article. Here, this is Eva Schloss. This is a picture of her. And here, let's see the article. October 25th at NYU's Kirball Center, Holocaust survivor Eva Schloss delivers a message of hope marking 80 years since Kristallnacht. This article is by Scott Stifler. Keenly aware of history and ever mindful of the need to address contemporary acts of hate and anti-Semitism, New York Hebrew, a Chelsea-based after-school Jewish education destination, is marking 80 years since Kristallnacht with a message of hope delivered by Eva Schloss, a Holocaust survivor and Anne Frank's stepsister. Schloss will recall her childhood friendship with Frank, tell her story of survival, and talk about the sources of strength she drew upon to rebuild her life and become an internationally respected humanitarian. This talk is suitable for people of all ages and faiths. Patrons for the event include the Avenues World School, Friends Seminary, and the Lehman Manhattan Preparatory School. Copies of Eva's story, A Survivor's Tale by Schloss, will be available for purchase at the event, Thursday, October 25th, 7:30 p.m. at the NYU Kirball Center for the Performing Arts, 566 LaGuardia Place. Doors will open at 7 p.m., VIP reception at 6 p.m. For more info, visit kristallnacht80.org, New York Hebrew. Info can be found at nyhebrew.org. If you're interested in finding out more about New York Hebrew, the Chelsea-based after-school Jewish education destination, it can be found at nyuhebrew.org. So there we go. Okay. Thank you very much. Take care.